Hello, I'm back with some Escape from Tarkov, and this time around we're on Shoreline, which has to be one of my favourite maps along with Woods, but the only problem I have, and I don't really play that much, is just because it's a lot of emptiness, there's a lot of you not really doing much, you're just sort of travelling here and there, you're looking, you're listening for shots and things like that, and there's not really much going on. I mean, I think at best on Shoreline was kind of this gameplay that you're going to see now, and sort of everything happened really quick, and that was it, but most of the times end up finding a lot of people just sort of rushing the grenade box and doing a couple of things here and there, but that's pretty much it. I've never really been into sort of huge sort of situations where you'd find yourself in customs or woods, lots of squads and things like that working together, which is pretty fun. And I noticed that Shoreline is particular for these dudes, the ones that put the gun in the vest and do that thing with it. Yeah, there's a lot of these dudes here. I don't know why, but they patrol Shoreline quite a lot. So that's let's just say that's not one of my favorite things to come across, but what can you do? Until we have a proper fix for it, there's nothing we can do. We just have to deal with it. I mean, that's not the biggest issue we have. But one of the things I would love to see, I mean, I know there's going to be a patch imminent, so it's going to be hopefully in the next day, in the next couple of days, by the weekend. The sooner the better. What I'd like to see, I'd like to see the sort of maps being revamped a little bit, the spawns being a bit different, the scavs having a different kind of patrol route. Instead of just having that predetermined patrol route what they have, you should just let them wander. Just let them wander through the woods, let them wander in locations that you never expect them. You could be running through the woods and all of a sudden, shit, there's somebody shooting at me, there's scavs there, there's maybe a patrol of them, and I all want to see maybe more than 2 or 3 of them. Have them in groups of 4 like you have them around the sort of scav house at the exit woods. Have them a little bit more of them, because it's going to give you more of a challenge, it's going to be more interesting, it's going to be more fun. And when I come back to Shoreline, it's the same thing that really needs to happen. I mean, I really hope to see a lot more player spawns. I mean, as it is, I know that it's the sort of biggest map out there, but there just needs to be something more on it. And I think the more scavs you have and the more players you have, it's just going to be more fun and more entertaining. More reasons for you to sort of sneak around and try and stalk somebody, and it's just going to make it way, way cooler, and that's kind of what I hope to see in the next patch. Now, we know we're going to get a new gun. I think it's the PP-19. I think we're going to get that in. The AKM is not ready yet, but it will come in, so probably in the next patch. Although there is a rumor going on, and I think Escape from Tarkov have confirmed this, the website, or they've posted a comment or something like that. They said that this patch is going to be split into 2, so the patch that we basically saw at Gamescom, it's going to be split into 2, so it's not going to be quite there for us this early on, but we will get it before the end of the month. So we'll get sort of part 1 of the patch in the next couple of days, hopefully, and then the other patch, the half of the patch with the Shoreline and all the Shoreline being open and things like that, we should get that before the end of the month. And I must say, the hype meter is pretty high. I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to the hand gestures. It's going to make things a lot easier to communicate with people. I do enjoy. And for me, it's part of the game, and it's part of what I love playing Tarkov. It kind of gives me that same old feeling that you had back in the first couple of months of DayZ, when the servers were connected and you can sort of connect into a server, have a little tent somewhere, and then reconnect into another one where you actually fight. It was pretty cool, and I really enjoy it, and I've got that feeling that I basically haven't had in years from any kind of game, and that's what Escape from Tarkov brings to me. And a lot of the times, I know a lot of people get triggered by me not picking up loot, but that's just because I don't want it. I mean, the reason I don't is I just find it too simple and just too. I kind of feel like I'm cheating if I'm using an M4 with a 4x Bravo scope or whatever it is on it, because the grass not rendering in a distance. It just makes it too easy for me to see him at 100, 200, 300 meters or whatever that scope's range is. And I can just see him and I can just shoot him because I'm sort of abusing the engine glitch, as it were. I mean, I know it's an engine glitch or limitation or whatever you want to call it, but to me, it feels that I'm not fighting the right way. I'm sort of cheating a little bit because I'm using that to my advantage. I'd rather have a pistol. It's going to be more of a challenge. The scavs are going to be a bit closer to me. They'll have a chance to shoot at me. I mean, I can just prone out somewhere and I shoot at the scavs, and that's pretty much it. They're dead. They can't even shoot back at me. So, yes. That's one of the reasons why I don't use weapons and long scopes and things like that, because I just find it a bit more interesting to fight with a pistol and to sort of bring the fight to whoever you're fighting. If you somehow managed to best him, or you threw a grenade, or you got him with a pistol, or you sneaked up behind him, it's far more rewarding for me to do that rather than just kill him at 200 meters with a scope that I can see him and I can see him moving because the grass is not rendering. And another thing that I really do enjoy, I mean, for me personally, it's not about the loot, it's about the journey, it's about what I can get from that experience. Many times I'll go and find people and I'll go with him and I don't really loot anything. I'll end up shooting a player or two or a couple of scavs along the way, and I'll gear him up to the max and get out. It's just my way of enjoying the game, and I think everybody can enjoy the game in its own personal way. If you just want to go and KOS, you want to kill on sight, then that's fine. If you want to make some friends, that's fine. It's all up to you how you play Tarkov. For me, it's far more rewarding to experience the journey, as it were, not really bother about loot. I mean, I have like 5-6 million rubles and things like that, and $50,000 or something, so I'm not really struggling for money. If you really need the money, then sure, it's nice, but one of the things I really enjoy as well, it's night raids. Now, night raids are difficult in Escape from Tarkov for me, just because I need to sort of do a lot of gamma correction to it, color curves. A lot of things have to happen in order for you to post a night gameplay. Now, you can say yes, but you could just use a night vision and that's it. Well, the reason I don't pick up night vision and put them on my head, and a lot of times they say, why don't you pick up the night vision, why don't you equip it? Because it's got a little green glow on it. So you can see that a mile away. I mean, that's kind of what I base myself when I play nights. I'll see that little glow on your head, even if you don't have it on, I'll still see it. Same thing with glasses or goggles or whatever you want to call them. They shine like mad in the dark. Same thing with headphones. I will see that a mile away. I know Ghost is a big fan of using the headset. And I always say, I can see you because I can see your headset. They just shine in the moonlight. So there's a couple of things that you might have not known. That's the reasons why I don't pick stuff up. Or certain things, like the Blackrock shines in the moonlight. And things like that. You always try and go for clothing that doesn't have any shine to it. For things that don't make you stand out and things like that. So a lot of times you may see things and you think, what's going on here? But it could be a reason behind it why something's not being picked up, or any loot not being picked up, or stuff like that. But that's just my way of enjoying the game, and hopefully you're enjoying it with me, because coming out and finding a guy and leading him out with some loot and he's badly hurt and he's limping all the way down, you're trying to protect him and making it to the end, I think that's pretty fun. You know, he's always going to have that memory saying, hey, I did meet a guy that didn't shoot me and he helped me out with some loot, and maybe there's hope in the game that I will come across somebody else like that again, so maybe I will give him a second chance. I won't shoot on sight and we'll try and make something work. And it's the same thing with me not picking up loot sometimes. It's enough to me that I bested you and I killed you in a way, and at the same time you probably think, damn, I've lost all my loot, I've lost all my night vision, I got all my gear lost. But a couple of days later you'll get it back and you're probably thinking of me again, saying, aha, that bastard died. He didn't really make it out with my loot, so I got it back. But really, I dumped it in the bush for you, or I didn't really pick it up. And that's kind of what makes the game interesting for me. And hopefully, you'll keep on building that with the quest systems coming in now, with the new weapons, with the new sort of tasks and things like that. All things are looking really good, and that's kind of what I'm really looking forward to in this game. So you'll have to let me know in the comments some of the things that you want to see fixed, some of the things you want to be addressed, what you really enjoy about the game. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.